This one's gonna take me a minute, so please forgive me, but I thought it was worth showing because I have the Graf von Faber-Castell 2019 Pen of the Year Samurai. And they actually made 2 different versions of this. We ordered both, but we've only gotten the first one in. So we have the one that's the magnolia wood version. So I want to show you that one. And the reason I wanted to show you, and I actually have it behind me, and I'm going to give you the whole unboxing, because this pen to me was the one that I had on my radar very early on. Before really I even started selling fountain pens, back when I was a pen maker. I was making pens out of wood back in 2007 to 2009. Before Goulet pens in its current form took off. And Faber-Castell was one brand, Graf von Faber-Castell especially, was one that was on my radar because they make a lot of pens out of wood. And that's not something a lot of companies will do. It's kind of difficult. You know, wood is a natural material. It's prone to, you know, weather changes and the environment and ink stains and all these types of things, unless it's really done well. And Faber-Castell is one brand that has done it really well. So I kind of looked up to them, and a lot of their pens of the year are truly fantastic. They've been doing the pen of the year thing since 2003. So they have a bunch of them now, and several of them have been really nice, really elaborately themed wood pens, including the one that I'm going to show you today. So for me, this is kind of like, I don't know, I guess a milestone of sorts to be able to offer a Graf von Faber-Castell pen of the year. So I wanted to give it a little bit of love and show you the unboxing because the presentation is pretty tight. So here is the box that it comes in right here. Yes, this is the box, pretty large. And I don't want to botch the German, but I just want to have what a statement that makes right on the top there. So it says, fragile, handle with care. In the German version, let's hear, Bruch, Gefahr, nicht werfen. Probably butchered that, I apologize, but I appreciate the messaging there. How am I going to show this to you? I'm going to try and maybe open it up on the side. Can you see that okay? So nice thick cardboard. It's that like double layered cardboard, you know, that's nice and sturdy. So this pen is not going to get damaged in transit unless something crazy happens. A little extra cardboard on the top there. Can't have too much cardboard. And then you got all these like little cardboard compartments. Very thoughtful packaging on this. They don't just like throw it in a box and go. So a lot of the cardboard here on the side is just for like extra padding. Really the meat of the thing is this big box that you have right here in the center. And it's got this little flap that you can lift up. Ta-da! And there's the white box. So this is obviously the main event. Oh, I gotta stand up. Can't even get the leverage I need. Okay. So here's the main box. And I'm gonna set the rest of this aside because I have opened this up once before because I wanted to strategize. So I will get to that. This is not everything. So there's a method to my madness here. So you have this. I want to very carefully open this because this is a real pen and it has not yet sold. So this will belong to one fortunate collector who has yet to actually buy this pen. I bought it on spec. But yeah, look at this box. Boom. So if you actually do end up buying this pen from our site, it's the one we have. So this will be your pen, personally inspected by yours truly on video for all to see. So it's got a nice little Graf von Faber-Castell in the top there, nice little logoing, nice sturdy construction on here, and the box is super nice. So that's the actual pen box. Nice piano black finish with the Graf von Faber-Castell logo in it. It's got a nice flap, and look at this, it's padded. The inside of this box is actually padded with a black lining. I'm gonna slide this out very delicately. I mean, look at that, the lining on the inside of the box, just for that. So like, very, very thoughtful packaging. And then here's the box itself. So if you are getting this, I mean, the presentation and all that, this is meant to sit out on your desk, like to brag to all your friends, to be like, I'm a fancy pen, and I'm a fancy person with a fancy pen. Or maybe you're not a fancy person, you just like fancy pens. Anyway, so you lift this thing up and it's like, wow, look at that presentation. Logo on here, like I appreciate all that. It's even got like a little plastic here so it won't get like shaken around in transit. And then of course you want to see what I see, which is you open it up, you pull out this nice little felt, whoop, hello. It's hard to like show you and hold it. Oh, you can see it okay. Like a little monitor where I can see what's going on. And I'm gonna reveal the absolutely magnificent pen. What? There's no pen in here. because it's still in the box. Anyway, I thought that was really kind of funny when I opened it for the first time. I was like, where's the pen? So they don't want the pen like shaking around in transit, so they don't actually include the pen in the box in transit. I think most of these they sell in physical brick and mortar stores. So they ship it so that it can be packaged to the retailer, and the retailer can unbox and present the thing. So if you're buying it online, you're gonna receive this thing with no pen inside the actual box. So just be prepared for that. That's half the reason I wanted to show this to you. So it's cool, it's got a little box in here, it's got a little spot for the pen. It's got, it's a samurai theme, obviously, so it's got the samurai on here. And then it has a pen tray underneath. So if you have all of your other pens of the year that you like, and you like this box better than the other ones, you can collect them all down in the bottom there. Or maybe you can just hide it down in there and fool people because there's no pen in here. So that's the box itself, which is pretty sweet as it is, honestly. Their packaging is pretty on point. You're spending this much on a pen, you're like, you want to get your money's worth on the box. And you're doing that on this one. And for the part that you actually want to see, the pen itself actually comes in this tiny little box here. Again, this is made more to be like shipped to a retailer, and the retailer take it out, just like I'm doing now. So you're like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I've never really seen this before. So it literally calls it Pen of the Year Transport Packaging. It says that on the side there. So the pen itself comes in this, it's a nice little foam thing. So like, there's really no way this thing is gonna get damaged in transit. And then the pen comes rested in this nice little sleeve with the logo on it as well. Very thoughtful packaging, even more. And then it comes inside this tissue wrap inside this plastic. So they really protect this well. So I'm gonna pull this thing out of here. Be careful not to like overly crinkle this paper so that you get it in your more pristine state. And the pen itself, boom, look at this monster. It is a honker of a pen. I mean, a large pen, very much like cigar shaped. It almost literally looks like a cigar with like a topper on it. So I'll give you a nice little close up of the pen here. Boom. See if we can make this a thumbnail, Andy. Shazam. Look at that sucker. Beautiful, beautiful pen. Somebody's calling me. I don't want to talk to you. Okay, I'm talking to other people right now. So gorgeous, gorgeous craftsmanship. I mean, I've literally never seen a flaw on a Graf von Faber-Castell pen, particularly a pen of the year. So what this pen is, it's a samurai themed, and it actually includes, of course I put all of my pens on top of it, but includes this nice little booklet that has all the history and everything of the samurai and why they did the pen the way they did. There's two versions of this pen. One is made of dyed magnolia wood, which magnolia wood apparently was what they used to make a lot of the handles for the samurai swords. So there's significance there. And there is an inscription that's painted onto here, which is translated to, "Today I win against myself of yesterday," which is pretty cool, right? So that's a quote from the great samurai warrior Miyamoto Musashi. I can't remember things for anything, so I wrote it down, but Miyamoto Musashi. It's not an inexpensive pen. In fact, it is $3,900, but if you are into collector pens, this one is pretty on point, and samurai stuff is pretty darn cool. It's a piston filler, it has an ink window, which actually kind of caught me on surprise. And the grip itself, I'll show you, has a theming like the wrapping that it would have on the handle of a samurai sword. So what they would do, samurai, is they would have a magnolia wood handle, and then they would wrap stingray leather around it in a pattern very much like what you see, and that's why they have that theme. Very cool. 18 karat gold nib, of course, is going to write very well, and it's a pretty heavy pen, but it's actually fairly well balanced. It's not the thing that I would say you should probably post, but it can be done if you would like to do so. It's going to be a little back heavy though, because this cap is solid metal. And then it has an inscription here in the top, which I believe means something to the effect of grip handle or something like that. It was kind of a traditional thing, so for the samurai. So you can see what that looks like. Really, really cool pen. So yeah, I'm just really kind of digging this one. I saw this in person and I just knew that we had to carry it. So again, kind of a milestone for me personally. And the one we have is a fine nib. If you're into another nib size, reach out to us and let us know. I'm not sure how much we can swap it out or anything like that, but we thought fine nib would be a pretty popular one, so we'll see how that goes.